Joe, nothing I like more. 5 from 5. What are your thoughts going into his run on Sunday?
He's done it 5 times, so my thoughts are, I just hope he just continue what he's been doing so far.
Looking at him, his antics before the race, that was his first run for a long time, Joe. Did he need it?
I honestly think size has got him 100% for that day, and he delivered such an amazing performance, so I don't think he needs to improve much more to be able to be competitive on this race that he's going to run on Sunday.
There's a lot of high hopes and expectations on this horse. How high do you think he can go, Joe?
I think he can go very high. At the moment, he would be one of the favorites for the Classic Cup, maybe the favorite for the second leg as well, for the 4 years old series. And I really think that he's got something special about him. So I'm very, very happy and proud of having the ride, and hopefully we can continue what we've been doing on him so far.
Ryan, Highland realised his last race start here in Hong Kong on Sunday. You've had a lot to do with him throughout his career. He's won Group 1s in 3 different countries. When you look back at his career, how will you remember him?
Yeah, he's been a super horse. You know, he's a high class horse, but you know, obviously what marks him out is how durable he's been. He's ran all around the world, and he always runs a good race. You know, he's ran this year. I think he's probably been. He's brought his form on again. I think, you know, he's won like 2 of the biggest races in England, and you know, we're looking forward to him running here on Sunday. The Vase it's always a hard race to win, and obviously Talismanic's in there, and there's plenty of other horses. You know, a couple of Japanese horses, and a couple of local horses aren't too bad. Another horse from Europe, which, you know, bring good form, and hopefully he will, you know, he'll do what he usually does, and he'll give his all, and you know, it'd be nice if he can go out with a win, and we'll hope for the best.
And just with him as well too, the Breeders' Cup last time out, you said afterwards that he felt like he laboured a little bit. Is that a concern at all for you?
No, he just he had to come off a run at Ascot only 2 weeks previous, and you know, we just felt he can, you know, he can possibly be a little bit better than he was the last time, but he was beat by a good horse that day as well, and he didn't run a bad race at all. He still, you know, he still ran super as he always does. So hopefully he'll do the same again.
John, 4 runners in the sprint this year. Start off Mr. Stunning. He's won the 2 lead-up races. Are you happy with him going into Sunday?
Yeah, the horse has been fine. He's, as you say, he's won a couple of races already. He seems in good form. I think he's held that. He looks well and sound. He trialled nicely the other day, so I haven't got any concerns with him. He's been good.
He's the highest rated horse in the field. Do you have him as the pick of yours?
Well, on paper he has to be, because he's lived up to his rating in his last 2 starts. So it's just a matter of he gets a nice some luck in running, he's going to run well again.
The Wizard of Oz, you've mentioned with him, these lead-up races haven't been run to suit. Just looking at Sunday, do you think the race will be run at a tempo that would suit him?
Well, I haven't had a close look at the race yet, but now that I've got the gates I can do that. But I'm hoping there's a bit more speed on for his purposes. You know, he needs probably a bit of pressure put on in the race, and that might suit him better.
Joe Moreira said to me last time out he felt that he's lost his early speed as he's got older. Are we likely to see him towards the back of the field and finishing off?
Well, in view of that, he's probably going to be worse in midfield.
What about DB Pin? The draw looks a bit awkward here, John.
It is an awkward draw, but he's got good speed, so he can go forward and probably slot in behind the leaders, because he's got plenty of pace that he can use.
He looks like a horse that's continued to respond to everything that you've asked of him.
He improved again last start, so he's still improving. We sort of haven't. I don't think he's done his best yet. There might be a little bit more to come.
And Amazing Kids, has he improved throughout the preparation from run to run?
Well, he's been he's been well tried, and he's had plenty of opportunities. But this preparation, I think, you know, 3 runs back, he might have needed them to get the best result for him. So this race, similarly, if there's plenty of speed on, he might come charging into the race late.
Looking at the sprinters last season, there didn't seem to be a lot between them. Is there much between your 4?
No, I don't think so. I think luck in running it would be the answer to the race.
Lockheed, Joe, he's an expensive horse purchased from overseas. He's having his first run in Hong Kong on the weekend. What's his preparation been like? You've had quite a bit to do with him throughout it.
His preparation has been great. I think whatever he does on the weekend, he will still improve a lot because he's kind of a gross type of a horse. He will need few runs. But as you said, he's being expensive because he's a good horse, and I like the way how he moves. And if he goes there and makes it first up, I wouldn't be surprised because he's got ability on himself. But as I said, whatever he does, he will certainly improve after his first run on this of his campaign in Hong Kong.
So on that, is he a winning chance on Sunday, or is it more just see how he goes and take it from there?
I think we should just see how he goes and take it from there. But look, as I said, I won't be surprised if he wins because he's class. He's got ability on himself, and the feeling that he's been giving me so far, it's really good. So I'm quite excited about him, and he will definitely be a horse to be having the eyes on for the future.
Tony, the international meeting is here on Sunday in the mile, beauty only. He won the race last year. How is he 12 months on?
Very happy with him. Well, he's aged 1 year, but he's put on a bit of weight. But besides that, I'm not worried about his weight. I just worry about his condition. I think he should be spot on this time around.
Last time out, he looked to be getting to the line well. Are you happy with his form going into the race?
Yes, as you see, this last Cruz run was very close. I think this time around he'll be in a better condition. He's much more prepared for this race.
It's the sort of horse too. He's never run a bad race, has he? He always brings his best to the races.
Always, he's a very consistent type of horse, honest. As long as he's going, it's good to firm. The faster it is, the better it is for him.
Andrea, I've had a bit to do with Poet's Word, who lines up in the Cup. The draw looks awkward, but overall, what do you make of his chances?
Yeah, his European form is pretty good, you know. He's a horse that's been on the up all year. He got better as the year went on. His last two runs were very good, you know. Obviously, he was second behind Cracksman in the Champion Stakes, and the time before as well, that was a good run in the Irish Champion Stakes when he was second. And yeah, listen, like I said, we could have done a bit of draw, but we can't do anything about it now. And no, listen, he's got every chance.
From that draw, where would you like to position him in the run?
Well, he's a horse that stays well. He's obviously won over a mile and a half before. So, you know, we obviously have to speak to Sir Michael before the race and just sort of speak with him. But we'll be usually pretty forward with him, you know. There should be quite a bit of pace in the race, which it will help us. I think, but the main thing is to get in somewhere. I don't think the last thing we want is being stuck wide all the way around and giving ground away. So whatever we can get in, I think that's going to be the case, yeah.
Just looking at his form too, you rode him earlier on in the season at Chester, and then most recently in his run in the Champion Stakes. Have you noticed an improved horse in that time? Did he feel a better horse in that time?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he was always going to end up that way. Actually, when I rode him at Chester, Deauville beat me, and I was actually unlucky. I probably should have won that day. And then in Raya rode him at Goodwood, and he won well. He's very impressive that day. And then his run in the Irish Champion Stakes was very good. I actually beat him on Decorated Night. He was second to me, and Decorated Night is a very good horse. And then his last run on probably ground that is not ideal for him. It was very soft at Ascot on Champions Day, and obviously Cracksman, he was very impressive on the day, and we were second. We beat Island Real. We had some good horses behind him.
Just one more for you. You mentioned the ground there at Ascot not really suiting him. It's going to be a firmer surface here on Sunday. Will that suit him? I'm
not sure. I don't think I don't think he's ever run on this sort of ground. He's pretty quick here. You know, I haven't ridden on the track this morning yet since I've been here, but obviously I watched the horse going up there, and he sounded pretty fast. But I do think he's a better horse on nice ground, but this is quick, so we won't know until he runs, I think.